Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today is my top 10 books of 2018. These are listed in order of 10 to 1, order of least to most enjoyed. They are ranked. I have thought about the order, and I definitely hope you guys enjoy. So let's dive in. At number 10, we have An Untamed State by Roxane Gay. This one... How do I even begin to mention this one? This one I haven't talked about too much on my channel. And the reason is because it's one so personal to me and it feels so intense and so vivid and so real. And it actually got me to the point where I felt so emotionally drained and upset that I threw up. Literally. And not many books give me a physical response. A lot of these 10 books did give me a physical response, but none as graphically aggressive as this one. This is the story of a woman who is kidnapped, and you get to live through the kidnapping and then live through the trauma after the kidnapping. It is vivid, it is vital, it is very overwhelming, and it is emotionally draining. It is absolutely incredible. It really packs a punch. I would definitely say that if you have a weak stomach, this is not for you. Roxane Gay holds back nothing. I was horrified and stressed the entire time I read it. I read through it in a day because I couldn't put it down without feeling upset. It was totally worth the read, totally worth the excitement, totally worth the stress. I definitely would recommend it. I absolutely adored it, and I would tell everyone to be careful when they read this because trigger warnings, massive trigger warnings. Then we have number 9. There is a bookmark in it because I gave it to my mother to read. So she is reading this now. This is Little by Edward Carey. This is the story of Madame Tussaud. It is her beginning to end story of her life, and it is a fictionalized depiction of such. I adored it. I think it was wonderful. It was super sweet, super sad, but super sweet. There was a lot of angst and anxiety and really wonderful feelings and thoughts, and a lot of creativity and work went into this book. There are illustrations. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I definitely recommend it, and I would highly, highly suggest that if you haven't picked it up, you do. It is worth the hardcover pickup. Next, we have Dead Girls at number 8 by Abigail Tartland. This is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. This is the story of Thera and her best friend Billy. Billy goes missing, and when her body is found dead, Thera decides the only person who can possibly exact revenge on the killer is herself, and she goes out to try and solve the murder mystery, and it is brilliant. Absolutely best book I've read. I can understand completely why the little girl, Thera, decided that she was going to go after this murderer. I believe she's like 9 or 10. It was really emotional, really draining, and it is stunning. I absolutely adored it. Highly recommend it. It is only available in the UK at the moment. I think it is worth picking up from the UK. I understand if you're not really up for that purchase. It is available on Book Depository for free shipping. I don't order through Book Depository. I pay the extra shipping. So I think it's still worth it with the extra shipping. I would definitely purchase it. Coming in at number 7, we have I Am by Maggie O'Farrell. This is 17 Brushes with Death, a memoir. There's some aspects to this that feel very personal to me that I don't feel 100% comfortable revealing on this channel. This book touched me in a way that I was completely shocked by. It was immersive and beautiful and really exquisite. I was considering reading more of her work, but I don't know where to start. And I don't know if I'll like her fiction as much as I enjoy her nonfiction. This book is literally what it says. It is 17 brushes with death. It is a terrifying idea to think that someone can come that close to death that many times. It goes between her relationship with her family and her relationship as a child and her life in general. It is really breathtaking, really wonderful, and I highly recommend it. Coming in at number 6, we have The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. Not like the TV show, not like the TV show at all. If you like the TV show, then, you know, that's great. But if you didn't like the TV show, you still might like this book because they are very, very different. This is a story of a girl named Eleanor who is invited with 3 other people to go to a house that is considered haunted, and they are not let known that this house is haunted when they arrive. They only know that they are there for the summer to experience this house and see what happens within it. It begins to get weirder and things are occurring and you don't know if it's your head or if it's her head or if it's really happening. It's really scary. It's really wonderful. I highly recommend it. I read all of Shirley Jackson's work this year. That is my second favorite next to Bird Nest. Coming in at number 5, we have That Was When People Started to Worry. I really love this book. I have a full in-depth review of it up in the cards for you. This book, it covers, I believe, 7 mental illnesses, and it goes through them one by one, giving each of them a name and a story, and then a little description of what people with that mental illness would like you to know and understand about them. It's brilliant. It's wonderful. I highly recommend it, and I was lucky enough to be sent it for review by Icon Books, so thank you for that. Coming in at number 4, we have Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. I read most of Octavia Butler's works this year and it was totally worth it. I absolutely adored it. I will reread these all the time. All the time. And I'm not a big sci-fi person, but this and a lot of her other books are phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. If you're not a big sci-fi person, I would still check out these books. This is more of a dystopian apocalyptic story. It is a story of a young girl named Lauren who is living in a compound and community when one day raiders come in and destroy the compound and community, and she has to go out and fend for herself within the wilds of this apocalyptic world. It is brilliant. It is wonderful. I highly recommend it. It is absolutely epic. I can't say enough good things about this. It floored me, and I have a full in-depth review of it. I will link it up in the cards. Coming in at number 3, I have a full in-depth review of this as well, and I need to pick up a final copy of this. This is The Collected Schizophrenias by Esmond Wang. This is epic. This is a nonfiction memoir style essay collection about a woman with schizoaffective disorder. It is about the author who has schizoaffective disorder. It is her story. It conversates on that. It conversates on her moods and her stability and her mental state and her life and her experiences and her experience with Lyme disease. It's epic. I did a whole in-depth review. I will link it up in the cards. Wonderful book. Absolutely wonderful. Coming in at number 2, we have Almost Love by Louise O'Neill. This was going to be my number 1 book until I read the number 1 book in general. This book is epic. It is the story of Sarah, and Sarah is in a relationship / out of a relationship with a man who is manipulative, scary, dark, twisted, and gives 0 cares about her. Almost said something else, but we're going to keep it clean. This is... I was floored by this novel. It was so accurate and so well done, and it really reminded me, sadly, of relationships that I myself have had, and specifically of one relationship that I had, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart, but it was absolutely worth the read. It reflected a lot for me. It gave me a lot of things to think about and to consider, and it also helped me through a really rough time while ending that toxic relationship, and I definitely would recommend this book to everyone. I think it is brilliant. Coming in at number 1 for me, my book of the year in 2018. I highly recommend this to everybody. It may not be for everybody, but I think everyone should read it anyway. This is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otesha Mosvik. I will buy and read anything Otesha Mosvik comes out with from this day on. I want a signed copy of this book more than anything, or a book plate. I don't care. I just want something signed by her because, oh my God, I just want to show her how much I love her and have her on my shelf forever, and I just adore her, and it is so amazing, and I love her. This is the book of a young girl. I believe the narrator has no name. Yeah, I believe the narrator has no name. And she is in a situation where she has quit work. She has money because her parents have died. And she has decided to take a year off from everything. And what she is going to do with that year is sleep. And she is taking pill after pill to make her sleep, and to make her forget, and to make her anxiety go down. And she is taking pill after pill and lying to her therapist and changing her story and getting more and more deep into depression and desperation and despair. And it is brilliant, wonderful, excellent, and it does have a conversation about a very important event that happened in American history, which was really interesting as a twist. I won't tell you when it takes place because you'll know exactly what event I'm talking about, and it's kind of an important thing in the book, but it really changed the whole story. I definitely think this is the best book of the year in 2018. I haven't seen it on too many winning lists, but it is my favorite book of the year. Best thing I've read. I highly recommend it. It is in my favorite books of all time now. I would absolutely swear by this book. Swear by it. So, those are all the books that I read in 2018 that became favorites of my life. Yes, this is my wrap up. I hope you guys liked it. I want to say thank you and love to my Patreons. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are wonderful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, click that subscribe button down below. If you have any questions, comments, or quandaries, go ahead and comment down below. I will talk to you there, and I'll see you in my next video and in the new year. Bye.